Hello guys, this is RetroGamer06. Uh, Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button for me and hit that notification button so you won't miss a video. Alright guys, so this is volume 2 now. Very excited for this. I just opened this. It was brand new. Final Fantasy Ultimania Archive Volume 2. And this covers Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. These are the protagonists. And it's by Dark Horse. Let me see here. If I can just bring it aside. Got Chocobo. Very nice. And it's got a little flap. This was in the back of the book. It's to show you what to expect in the book. Very nice. There's the logos. My favorite games. This is going to be very special to me. Yeah, just like Volume 1, you got all these sayings. Your content. $19.97. Very cool. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is my very first game ever. I never heard of it until I played this one way back in the day on the PS1. So many memories of this game. And yeah, I mean, I just love this game. I love the story. I love the characters. Because I didn't play the 2D Final Fantasy game until much later, which that was all covered in the first volume. Again, it's on my channel. I'll put it up on the screen at the end of this video so y'all can check it out. And you got the story. So many memories playing this game. I remember buying this brand new at one for like 20 bucks. It was the greatest hits. Sadly, I don't have the original copy anymore. I do have it on Nintendo Switch, Steam, and PS4. Like, that's how much I like this game. I got it on multiple platforms. So, really nice. Yeah, this right here is really cool. These pictures. If you guys played this back in the day on the PS1, y'all know that this game was 3 discs long, and every time you switch a disc, you'll have a picture of a random character. I thought it was really cool. There's Cloud on the Harley Daytona. One of my favorite mini games in the whole game. My favorite scene too. I love it. Memorable scenes. There's Zach. There's the final battle right there. Tifa. And there's her picture. I do have the background on my PS4. Well, it's the remake. But yeah, that's the well in Nibelheim. Artwork. Yeah, really cool. Feel free to pause it so you can look at it more closely. I remember that. That's a slapping mini game. I love that. A lot of mini games. I don't recall the old Final Fantasy game having mini game. I think they did a little bit, but mainly the newer ones. And in case you guys didn't know, this was the first game to be in 3D. That's the high one. That's one of the ships you get in the game. You get on disc too. Praying for the planet. Kind of a spoiler alert right there. Barrett, another cool character. He's the leader of the Avalanche. Like the rebel, or, trying to stop the Shinra. And there's his picture. I like this one right here. This is the church. I think it's Sector 5 slums. This is where Cloud meets Aerith. That's really cool, Marlene. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually looking at this book with you guys. I think, and there are 3 volumes of these books. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is volume 2. My personal favorite, like I said, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 are my favorite because that's the one I grew up playing. I know some of you guys probably played the older ones first, but these were my first Final Fantasy games right here. I remember later on when I started high school, that's when I started playing the older Final Fantasy games. Or maybe I was in junior high, I can't remember. But I did enjoy it. I mean, I know it's 2D graphics, but I enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, it was fun, it had a good story. My personal favorite out of the first 6 is part 4. I love that one. Kate Sith, odd looking character. I think that's Kate Sith's limit break. It's like a slot machine. There he is. Yeah, you meet him at the Gold Saucer. That's one of the locations in this game. Yuffie. She's an optional character. and she loves materia. She's so obsessed with materia. That's her picture. That's Wu Tai. That's her hometown. She's a good character. I don't use her a whole lot, but she's got good limit break. She got good weapons. The crater. Vincent, another optional character. You don't have to get him or Yuffie, but I recommend that you do because it adds more to the story. And plus, they're canon, so because they're in Epic Children, and of course he's the main character in Dr. Cerberus. Yuffie is also in Crisis Core, so they are canon characters. These right here are his limit breaks, by the way. Level 1, Level 2 limit break, Level 3 limit break, and then his final one, the Demon. Or he's called Chaos. And like Barrett, his weapon is a gun. And there's Sid. He's the last guy you recruit. He's a pilot. You meet him in the Rocket Town, I believe what it's called. And there he is. That's a tiny Bronco, another ship you get. Yeah, at one point you go into space, which is really cool. And I believe this. Oh, here's the main antagonist. I think a lot of people agree he's the best antagonist or Final Fantasy antagonist in the series. I think he is. I don't know about you guys, but Sephiroth is the man. Famous scene right here. Really cool. He kind of like Alucard from Castlevania a little bit. That's him at Genova. Another spoiler scene right there. But yeah, this game really holds a special place in my heart. And I know I mentioned this before, but this game really got me into RPG in the first place. So if someone were to come up to me and say, "Hey, what is your favorite RPG game?" It would be Final Fantasy, mainly Final Fantasy VII. I think my second favorite will be Final Fantasy IX. It was Final Fantasy IV for a while, but like a few years back, I started playing Final Fantasy IX again, and I just fell in love with it. I'm actually playing it right now on my Nintendo Switch, and I'm loving it. My third favorite, that's kind of a hard one. That's either going to be Final Fantasy VIII or 4. I mean, out of these three games in this book, yeah, I think 7 is my number one favorite. 9 is my second favorite, and then 8 is my third favorite. Only because I love Final Fantasy VIII. Don't get me wrong, I love the characters and the story, but I don't care much about the junction system. it was really weird to me. It kind of made the game a little easy, I think. But maybe that's just me. But what's neat about it is that the GFs, you know, what stands for Guardian Force, of their summons. And they have skills that you could teach them as long as they're equipped to your character and that character is in your party. You know, you go through battles and they learn skill, and it's very, very important that you do that, or else the games can be really hard. But again, I don't necessarily hate Final Fantasy VIII. I don't care about the junction system. It's a little weird to me. I'm not a fan of it. There's Midgar. What's interesting about this one, Final Fantasy VII, is like, you know, in most Final Fantasy games, you know, you you see the intro and then all of a sudden you're out in the world, you know, in the world map. But in this one, and even Final Fantasy IX, you're kind of in town or city, whatever, for a while, and then later you go out into the real world. Because you're in Midgar for like, I mean, it depends how long it takes you. For like maybe maybe like an hour, 2 hours before you leave Midgar. And I do have a soundtrack to this game. I showed it in my Final Fantasy VII review, and also I show it again in my my collection tour video. If you guys miss it, I'll put it on the Instagram so y'all can watch it. But I have the soundtrack of all three of these games. I have Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack, and Final Fantasy IX soundtrack. That's how much I love these games. Surprisingly, I don't have the action figure. I mean, I do got a figurine, Cloud and Tifa, and a little ruby weapon, but I don't have like the action figures. I might get them. I don't know because right now I don't have any room. I mean, I'm running out of space on my shelf, so yeah, yeah. And what you're looking at right now are monsters. Great, great music. I mean, technically, I mean, really, every Final Fantasy has great music, but to me, uh, 7, 8, and 9, their music really stands out to me. So many memories, you know, nostalgic memory when I was a kid. That's why I bought the soundtrack. I mean, I know you can easily watch or you can easily listen to the sound on YouTube, but it's nice to have it in your hands. I mean, if you're a collector, I mean, you gotta have it, you know. So if you're willing to spend at least 40 or maybe $50, go for it. These are these optional boss, ultimate weapon. He's not a boss at all. He dies in the cutscene. This guy is a troublemaker. Ruby weapon. He is no joke. Hojo. Bizarro Sephiroth. And then you got Safer Sephiroth. That's the final boss right there. The extra content. Ships. Vehicles. Yeah, I think this might be the first game where it has a lot of mini games. because I don't recall the old ones have mini games. But this one has a ton of. I know Final Fantasy 8 does. Final Fantasy 9 does. Really nice. And like most early Final Fantasy games, you know, it takes place in that medieval fantasy theme kind of feel, or steampunk, however you look at it. But this one takes place in the future. This right here is more like futuristic setting. But I read somewhere that Final Fantasy 6, there's another mini game right there, snowboarding. I read somewhere that Final Fantasy 6 was the first Final Fantasy game to be in the future, but I really can't tell. Maybe it is, I don't know. But if anyone can confirm that, let me know. I played Final Fantasy 6, but I never beaten it. That's the racing. There are your summons. Bahamut Zero. Awesome. I think Knight of the Round. That's Arthur. The most powerful summon in the game right here, folks. And there's like 3 ways you can get it, I think. One is a gold chocobo. Second, you gotta kill a ruby weapon. Third, emerald weapon. So there's 3 ways you can get that summon. This is cool right here. It shows the animation on how the summons come out. That's really cool. Limit break storyboards. Yeah, this game has limit breaks, which is really nice. It's like a special attack, I guess you could say. That's really cool. You can tell they really thought this out when they made this game. Spoiler right there. Be warned. Yeah, I just really love this game. You know, I wouldn't say it's the best RPG game I played. I mean, it is an old game, you know. I mean, the graphics are outdated. But the story and the character is just still fun to enjoy. If you guys have not played the original Final Fantasy 7, you got to. It's really cool. Ideal logo, that's really neat. Different swords. Very, very nice. Unused limit breaks. Very nice. The 10th anniversary edition right there. The artwork. Design documentation right here. Yeah, this is the first volume. I'm gonna have to sit down and really read through this. It's a lot to take in. Very cool. Your memories. I remember that the marching mini game and June on Cannon. That's the hotel and gold saucer. Yep, one of the famous scenes right there. Final battle right there, Sephiroth. That's probably the ending right there. Alright guys, that was Final Fantasy 7. Now, next time we'll go through Final Fantasy 8. So, stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and hit that notification button so you guys won't miss a video. It does help me out a lot. I hope you enjoy this book. I'm enjoying it. I think this is my personal favorite. Like I said, 7, 8, and 9 are my favorite Final Fantasy games. Because these are my childhood games right here. And I'm so glad that I'm sharing this with you guys. So, I'll put the link down of this, but if you guys want this particular volume, I'll put the link down in the description box so y'all can get your own copy. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Next time when I see you, we'll go over Final Fantasy 8. So, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good week. Bye.